successfully so tonight as he misses on the shot attempt from the right block. Quickly, Bridges at the other end, and the Knicks are on the board with the pull-up on their home floor last year. Irving on the drive and kick. P.J. Washington leaves for Lively for the jam. Washington, a drive and a spin. He brought the ball down, but then took it up and hit with a foul. Maxi Kleba's in for Lively, going right at him, his heart. Washington the rebound. Here's Grimes, quick attack, transition, lays it in. Field goal percentage last year and this year as well. Now here's Jalen Brunson against his former teammate. Kleba leans out to challenge the shot, but Brunson hits it in the third quarter, pivotal to a double-digit comeback in the game. Drives on Jericho Sims, ducks around him, throws up a prayer, and the answer is yes. Went 5 of 7 on 3, 16 of 23 overall. Monday in Denver, deep three. Irving hits it. Deuce McBride down low, mouse in the house. Towns turns and jams. Here's a drive by Hardy, a lead for Washington, poked away by Deuce McBride, and it's Hart who centers the break. Bridges, and that's the first 3 of the game for the Knicks, who had only their second quarter this season. Grimes catches the outlet, and Anunoby just lost his footing, and a finger roll for Grimes. 23 points for Anunoby per game in the last 9, but he's in a drought. Kyrie is not. Over 2 more fouls committed per game. They've gone from 10th in the league last year to 21st in the league this year in fouls committed per game. And another one. And they'll count the basket on a Grimes pass intended for Powell. Marshall trying to deny Brunson on the drive with the spin and the shot and the hit. Jalen Brunson. Next Tuesday, on the floor, Anunoby dug it out. Brunson, late clock, slings it over to Bridges. Corner 3 rattles in. Washington, the pass up ahead, developing 2-on-1. Marshall will take it himself for the rim rocker. 8 in the second quarter tonight. Washington turns the corner, and the giant killer is good for P.J. Washington. Fewest points allowed by the Mavs in any half this season. A drive into the paint. Kyrie Irving got the bounce with 2.1 left.
New York's got to find a little bit of rhythm. They got to get OG Anunoby acclimated. They got to get him going on the offensive end of the floor.
Explosive thrust to the basket by Bridges. I think as long as the game has been around. Plus the 3, working late in the shot clock. Irving late in the clock, drives, pulls, and hits.
And those are the types of plays that can't happen. You get a defensive stop, you've got to be able to secure the board. You got to give yourselves a chance.
Offensive rebound, Bridges. Hart moves it to Anunoby. As Washington backpedal on the jab step, but he went to Towns for back-to-back 3s. Timeout, Dallas. 32 paint points for Dallas tonight. They are 4th in the league at 55 a game. And then a quick attack at the other end of the floor. Brunson slicing into the lane. Throws up a pass that's stolen by Grimes, who eludes Kleba, and the fast break opens up for him. Late decision to go to Kyrie Irving. Washington Jr., as someone who's been to a lot of NBA broadcast meeting referee sessions, as Brunson explodes to the basket and scores with a foul. In his 7 years out of Villanova. On the move, Kyrie. Through traffic, found Dinwiddie. Turned down the outside shot, and he hits the runner. As Towns has it blocked by Kleba. And then Washington up ahead. Marshall scores. Jay Kidd has said that's almost like playing a back-to-back when you have to play on one night and then turn around and play a day and a half later. A new game as Brunson with more paint points tonight. He's at 21 for the game overall.
Well, there are large momentum shifts throughout quarters in a ball game.
Wow. And Dinwiddie providing a momentum shift in the third quarter of this game.
Going back to fundamental basketball.
Averaging 25 points per game this year, 13th in the league in scoring. Drive, dish, 3, Grimes. Good ball movement here for New York. But now Anunoby in the triple threat puts it down, lost his footing. Kleba taps it, it falls for Bridges. Hits at the end of the shot clock. January the 11th, 2024, last season. The Mavs in a home game against New York as Bridges knocks down a three. But it was an out-of-sorts possession for New York. Not so for Dallas. Chance for a 4-point play for Grimes. They're taking fewer, shooting them at the worst percentage in the league until 3 games ago, as that's a tower of power finish by Derek Lively. Even since the injury, the fractured hip for Chet Holmgren. P.J. Washington Jr. back in the game. On the jump stop, he misses, but Lively able to cram it home on the putback. And with that, Dallas crests the century mark with just under 9 to play. Free to roam to the basket. The hard roll and finish. Long offensive rebound in the hands of Dinwiddie.
The hustle plays, the multiple levels of effort. You know, there are days where the ball bounces your way, and trading baskets, mini runs aren't going to cut it when you're trying to come back from a deficit like this.
Dinwiddie and Dallas content to take some air out of the ball here. Now Lively comes to screen. Washington. Contested corner three is on the money. 17 from Bridges, 12 from Hart. And a drought tonight, though. It's OG Anunoby amongst the starters. Pull up in the paint. Marshall, down he goes, down goes the shot. Marshall scored a career high 26 Friday in Denver. Brunson. And Brunson, who had 30 in a visit to Dallas last year. Now has 31 in tonight's game. Upstairs, Lively from Kyrie Irving.
And how about Kyrie just having a pulse? It's just outside of double digits. Looks like they're going to slow it down. He just sprints down the floor, gets him an easy 2.
Kyrie is a 50-40-90 player and shooting almost 50% tonight. Big swat by Washington on an attempt by Towns. Kyrie to Marshall for the slam dunk. Timeout. Quentin Grimes, a starter in 66 games for New York 2 seasons ago. Traded to Detroit last year. This is a night that's going to feel good for him with an exclamation point on it like that. Well, the shot making was there for New York in the second half. He scored 73 in the second half. Hardy a 3.
But an absolute dominant performance on both ends of the floor by the Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks swept the season series against New York last year. They're off to a 1-0 start this year.